Goodbye to YouTube, and yes, finally I got my blue Snowball microphone, which is awesome because now I no longer have to use my old webcam microphone, which I've used for just about every video until now, because I will no longer be using that. I will be using this awesome blue Snowball. Hopefully the audio sounds a lot better, and I am not going to be sad by how the audio turns out, and hopefully you guys will be satisfied as well. One more thing before I talk about the team preview. The team I am using in this battle is not my team. It is an RMT team. Originally though, the team had Ditto over Primate, but I don't really like Ditto, so I threw in Scarf Primate, and I'll make sure to leave a link to the RMT down in the description, so I take no credit for this team. Anyways, looking at threats on my opponent's side of the field, the only one real thing I was going to be worried about was going to be that Firo, just because nothing on my team really appreciates banded drill pecs, and with him having Armaldo, he will easily be able to spin away my rock, so I really have to watch out for that. But I thought that my best lead more than likely would be my Seismitoad, because Seismitoad is naturally bulky, so I'm pretty positive I can live a Jolly Stab drill peck, as he does lead off with the Firo. He's actually going to go straight for the U-turn, but I did just make a safe play, which is go for the Hydro Pump, just on the off chance that he did try to stay in and take me out with the drill peck. As he U-turns out into the Licky, this does a lot more damage than I thought it would, and you're about to see why, because I'm just going to stay in and I'm going to try to get up my Stealth Rocks to hopefully pressure him to prevent him from rapid spinning. As I do get them up, he's going to go for the Power Whip. Now, before anybody says, oh, your opponent's an idiot for having Power Whip on Licky, no. The only Licky set that runs Power Whip is the Sub SD set, and judging for how much damage the Hydro Pump did, he is obviously not the specially defensive set, because that, as I said, did too much damage. So I'm going to bring in my Primate to force him to switch out, and I'm just going to go for the safe U-turn, as he does end up bringing in the Armaldo, which I guess is the best thing on his team to take a close combat, which even then I'm pretty positive close combat would have done a decent bit of damage. But this allows me to now get a free switch into my modest max special attack offensive Tangela. Now, if I was the normal defensive Tangela set, at the amount of HP Armaldo is at, he can easily live a Giga Drain, and he would have been able to go for the Rapid Spin or go for the Stealth Rocks. Luckily though, he doesn't expect me to be offensive, because who honestly runs offensive Tangela? And I'm able to clean knock out the Armaldo, which means my rocks are here to stay. Unfortunately though, this now gives me a free switch into Licky, then expect him to maybe go for a substitute. I'm going to make a safe switch into my Golbat to be able to go for the taunt and prevent him from wanting to try to set up, but he actually does make the good play by going for the body slam, possibly fishing for paralysis. Unfortunately though, this now gives me a free chance to go for the toxic, as he does end up going for the body slam again, and of course gets the paralysis. Now, because the Licky on this team doesn't have Heal Ball, this now means my Golbat will be paralyzed for the remainder of the battle, but I'm still pretty positive I can take Licky one-on-one because of the taunt, and I can kind of prevent him from trying to set up on me. As he brings in the Raichu, I unfortunately get paralyzed as I do try to go for the taunt, and this now gives me a free turn to go for the Nasty Plot, because the switch out is pretty damn obvious, not to mention that Golbat's Brave Bird won't be doing too much damage to the Raichu, and I actually thought that this Raichu would be choiced, which is why I didn't think it was going to be a threat. But look at this Thunderbolt. This is +2 with Life Orb to max special defense and max HP Licky. That does 52%. Oh my lord. Thankfully though, he didn't paralyze me. I don't miss my Dragon Tail, and I get rid of that damn Raichu as I Dragon Tail him out into the Licky. Now, the reason I didn't go for the Body Slam was because at the amount of HP Raichu was at, I didn't think a Body Slam would be able to knock him out, and because I actually Dragon Tail him out into his own Licky, due to the fact that he's paralyzed, I mean not paralyzed, sorry, but due to the fact that he's poisoned, I don't have to worry about him trying to set up on my Licky, and I can just stay in, go for the Wish, Dragon Tail him out as I Dragon Tail him back out into the Raichu. I know that a Thunderbolt, even with the crit, shouldn't be able to take me out, and if he does paralyze me, as long as I don't get fully paralyzed, I will still be able to keep my Licky for the remainder of this battle, as I don't get critted, don't get paralyzed. I take out the Raichu, which is really great, which means that's one threat out of the way. Unfortunately though, he still has that damn Firo running around, which I really have to watch out for. Luckily though, I did get on my rocks, which means I should be able to wear it down accordingly. As he brings in the camera up, I don't really know what he wants to do, so I'm just going to go for the safe Wish, as it turns out that he's actually rock polished, and even if he did go for the Fire Blast, I would have been able to live the hit and then gone for the Protect. So yeah, it wasn't too bad of a play that he actually went for the Rock Polish right off the bat, because he knew I wouldn't go for the Dragon Tail or the Body Slam. Luckily though, after the Wish and Leftovers, I'm brought back up to full HP, which means I am pretty damn positive I will be able to live one hit from this Camera Up, as I easily live the Fire Blast. I'm going to go straight for the safe Dragon Tail, because Camera Up does have some very good natural bulk, and I know a Body Slam will not take him out, as I Dragon Tail him out into the Caracasa, because his Raichu was Nasty Plot and his Camera Up was Rock Polish. I'm pretty positive that this Caracasa is going to be Shell Smash, as he does go for it, possibly predicting me to go for the Wish or Switch Out, which wouldn't be a bad play whatsoever, because obviously I want to be able to keep my Licky, but I do just make the safe or well, I do predict him to shell smash and go for the Dragon Tail. Sorry if I kind of mix you guys up there. What I'm trying to say is I knew he wouldn't attack. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. So I Dragon Tail him back down to the camera up, and still I don't think a Body Slam will be able to take him out. So I'm just gonna say in, go for the wish, try to rack up Life Orb recoil until the point where I know a Body Slam will take him out, so I'll go for the wish after living the Fire Blast, and I'm going to go for the protect, as he does make the good play by going for the Rock Polish. Then again, even at +2, I doubt that he will be faster than my Scarf Primate, so it really doesn't matter if he even attacked me at that point, because unless he doesn't crit me, I don't have to worry about this camera up whatsoever, which thankfully his camera up is not well trained, and I'm going to be able to easily live the Fire Blast and in return knock out the camera up with the Body Slam, which means that's one other potential threat out of the way. Unfortunately though, he still has to Caracosta, which means if I lose my Tangela, it could be a bit problematic just because they do tend to carry Aqua Jet, and I think they can one-shot Primate. I'm not too sure about that though, so I'm still gonna have to be weary about that Caracosta. So as he brings in the Fearow, I do just make the safe play, which is to protect, see what he wants to lock himself into. Then I'm gonna bring in my Golbat, except not really, because I stupidly misclicked on my damn Swallow. Thankfully though, I'm able to live the Drill Peck, and I'm going to be able to go for the U-turn, which means I should still have some use for Swallow later on in this battle, and I'm just going to go with my original game plan, which was to bring in Golbat, fought it off to the Fearow, allowing me to get a free switch into my Primate to then knock it out with a close combat, which is what I'm going to do. But why do I suck and fail at Pokemon? Because my Primate is banded, not scarfed, and he just destroys me, which means this Fearow is going to be a bit of a problem. So I'm going to bring in my Swallow, and I'm just going to go straight for the Facade. I don't know English. As he actually makes a questionable play by leaving in his Fearow, although this now means that my Tangela kind of takes his team one-on-one. Then again, with Tangela being at full HP, I can actually live a Jolly stab Drill Peck, so I guess it wasn't too game changing, because either way you play it out, I'm pretty positive I still would have been able to win the battle. I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything, I'm just saying that's what I'm thinking right now, because if he had switched down to Caracosta, that means I would have been able to get a free switch into my Tangela, go for the Giga Drain, and after Rock's damage, at the amount of HP Fearow would be at, I can easily knock it out with a modest stabbed Giga Drain, and that means Tangela would still be able to deal with Caracosta and Lickilicky. So yeah, in the end, the fact that he just lost Fearow kind of just sped up the battle, but anyways, I'm just going on at this point. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this battle, hopefully the narration wasn't too bad, and the quality will be good. And if you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to some more content, and with that guys, I will see y'all soon, hopefully. Later everybody.